You are a pawn in the history of football. FIFA, the governing body of international soccer, has long been accused of sports washing, using the popularity and prestige of international soccer to distract from and legitimize oppressive regimes and human rights abuses. But how FIFA uses sports washing to make money out of people's love for football and exploit them in favor of their oppressive government. Let's go back to World Cup 1978, a stain to the beautiful Argentina and a big test of sports washing. The 1978 World Cup was held in Argentina during a time of significant political and social turmoil in the country. The tournament took place during a period of state terrorism that lasted from 1976 to 1983, during which the country was ruled by a military dictatorship. This regime, led by Rafael Videla, was characterized by widespread human rights abuses, including the kidnapping, torture, and murder of tens of thousands of people. The dictatorship sought to use the World Cup as a means of promoting a positive image of the country to the world to hide the violence and repression, so FIFA saw an opportunity. Not only FIFA had the opportunity to spread its wing financially, but to also test how it can use the love of football to affect politics. And for Videla, the cleansing of the public image of a dictatorial Argentina. In the end of the World Cup, Argentina won through iconic talents like Kempes, and the happiness of the Argentinian people was overwhelming. The happiness overshadowed over this depressing existence of Argentina, but the bitter taste of victory could not be ignored. Because after the victory of the World Cup, the people got back into this dictatorship. They realized that they were just puppets in an event that used their happiness against them. Their pure love for football, a sport that they used to love since they were just children, was used as a weapon to support a regime that killed them as adults. Avalanche, the president of FIFA that planned this World Cup, insisted that football and politics don't mix. But he built the final game of the World Cup 500 meters close to a prison of the Argentinian Navy School, where the objectors of the dictatorship were killed. This isn't just politics. This is the worst kind of politics. The one that uses the love of the people for football as pawns, as a distraction to support the dictatorships. When sports allow themselves to be brought by authoritarian regimes, then take a stance against them, then how involved in politics are you? World Cup 1978 was a test growing FIFA to see how much can they sell the prestige of football to the highest bidder, and the highest buyers are the regimes that have serious problems to hide under the love for football. But it isn't the first time sports washing became a thing. The prestige of sports events such as the Olympic Games was also used in 1936. But let's move to more modern example. World Cup Qatar 2022, a country with a well-documented history of human rights violations and labor abuses in the construction of World Cup related infrastructure. The treatment of migrant workers in Qatar was being described as modern slavery by human rights organizations, and there have been numerous reports of workers dying due to poor working conditions. Despite these concerns, FIFA has continued to defend its decision to award the World Cup to Qatar. Another example of FIFA's sports washing is its partnership with countries like Russia and China, both of which have human rights records. In 2018, Russia hosted the World Cup despite its annexation of Crimea and involvement in the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine. Similarly, China has been criticized for its treatment of Uyghur Muslims, as well as its crackdown on political dissent. Yet, FIFA has announced that China will host the 2030 World Cup, despite calls from human rights groups to reconsider the decision. In addition to its partnerships with oppressive regimes, FIFA has also been criticized for its own internal corruption and lack of transparency. In 2015, several high-ranking FIFA officials were indicted on corruption charges, leading to the resignation of FIFA president Sepp Blatter. Despite promises to clean up its act, FIFA has continued to face allegations of corruption and mismanagement. Overall, it is clear that FIFA has a problem with sports washing, using the global popularity of soccer to distract from and legitimize oppressive regimes and human rights abuses. It is important that FIFA be held accountable for good in the world. FIFA uses various psychological tactics to manipulate public perception and improve its reputation. This could include tactics such as positive framing, where they highlight the benefits and successes of FIFA and downplay any negative aspects. They may also use social proof, where they present the support and approval of influential or respected individuals or groups to boost their credibility. Additionally, they may use techniques such as emotional appeals or creating a sense of exclusivity to appeal to people's psychological desires and biases. However, without more information, it is difficult to speculate on the specific psychological tactics that FIFA may be using for sports washing. FIFA uses the goodwill and heart of something so pure to corrupt it. We have an innate positive feeling of sports since we were wearing sheets for clothes. Philosopher like Aristotle was such a big fan of athletes of his time that he used them as examples to his books, as we are fans of Ronaldo and Messi in our times. It's amazing, and our innate passion is being used against us. See ya, love ya.